Hi friends! I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. We are going to talk about crayons some more today. I have a fun craft that you can do with your family today. I'm just going to show you what it looks like at the end. Me and Riley and Emmett did it quick this morning to make sure that I knew it would work right and I knew how to explain it. So I will show you that after we do our story today. But I have a question for you today. What is something fun that you are going to do outside today? The sun is shining. As far as I understand, it's supposed to be somewhat warmer out today, so I would really like it if you could get outside. So what is something that you really enjoy doing outside that you can do today? Miss Jenny really likes to go for walks. I'm going to try and get out and go for a walk today because it makes me feel good. So what makes you feel good? Do you like to go swing? Do you have a swing set you can go swing on? Do you like to ride your bike? Is there somewhere you can go riding on a bike? Do you like to use chalk and draw designs on your sidewalk? If you do, make sure you send us a picture so we can see, and we can add that to our joy hunt, because sidewalks definitely count for giving people joy, right? Whatever is going to bring people joy counts. Doesn't have to just be a window. It can be whatever you want it to be. So, what do you enjoy doing outside that you're going to try and do today? I am just happy to see the sun. It's just so nice to have. It just makes you feel better, right? And a little warm. I have the windows open in my house already. Sun heats my house up quickly, which is just fine. Just means I get to have the windows open and we get to listen to the birds chirping. Makes me happy. I love listening to the birds chirp. I love all the signs of spring. What is your favorite part about spring? That wasn't a question I had planned, but let's ask it anyways. What's your favorite part about spring? I would have to say I go back and forth between not having snow, because we do still have snow, don't we? Kind of have snow still, but I love listening to the birds. I miss the birds all winter. They just make me feel so good. So I love that we have birds to listen to again. It makes me happy. So what about spring makes you happy? Riley and Emmett, you got any ideas? Something about spring that makes you happy? Riley, what makes you happy about spring?
Birdies singing.
Birds singing too? Emmett, what about you? Is there something about spring that makes you happy? Emmett's birthday is in the spring, so that's what makes him happy about the spring, is that his birthday is here. I think that's a good thing to make you happy too, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, it is 10 o'clock, so we're going to get ourselves started today. We're talking about crayons again today. We read a book about crayons on Tuesday. If you didn't watch it, you can ask your parents to go back and find it for you so you can watch that one. The book we're reading today comes after the book that we read on Tuesday. So, even if you didn't watch Tuesday, that's fine. I think you'll still be able to understand what's going on. And then you can always go back and watch the one on Tuesday. But I'll give you a real quick run through. The book on Tuesday was about crayons that had quit. They weren't going to color for Duncan anymore. Duncan was the boy, and they all had written letters as to why they were quitting. And Duncan felt bad, and so he found a way to include all of them. So that was the book on Tuesday. So today we're going to be coming off of that book. So the book kind of starts a little bit with assuming you've read the last one. So I just want to make sure you had that quick little run through that they had all quit and written Duncan letters, and Duncan found a way to include them all and make them happy so that they were back and they were all friends again. So that was the book on Tuesday. Today we are reading The Day the Crayons Came Home. Interesting. Where do you think the crayons have been? Oh, and look at this silly picture on the back. Can you see it? There's a crayon pretending to hold up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's a picture, isn't it? And she's just pretending to hold it up. But that's still fun. So on the cover it says, "Greetings from under the couch." It's a postcard. Postcards are a piece of paper, normally about that big, that you can send in the mail, but you don't have to put it in an envelope. It's just its own thing. There's normally a picture on one side, and on the other side you can write on it. So it's an easy way to send a quick note to somebody without having to have a full envelope for it. Okay? So, The Day the Crayons Came Home Written by Drew DeWalt, and pictures are by Oliver Jeffers. Okay, and this is from the creators of the #1 best-selling The Day the Crayons Quit, which we read on Tuesday. Okay, so remember, Drew DeWalt is the one who wrote the book, so he's the author, and Oliver Jeffers is the one who drew the pictures, so he's the illustrator. Okay, one more time. There's the front of our book, and we're gonna get started. Here we go. Ooh, look at all these pretty bright crayons. Look at all those different crayons. Lots of them. Each one's special, right? Just because they look different doesn't mean they aren't special. Oh, and here's another picture. It's kind of leading into the book, isn't it? What do we got here? We have a pair of underwear, a sock, a pencil sharpener, and a paper clip. We'll see how those fit into the story, huh? All right. The day the crayons came home. Look at, now he's got a suitcase. Do you think the crayons have been traveling? All over the place, huh? All right, here we go. One day, Duncan and his crayons were happily coloring together when a strange stack of postcards arrived for him in the mail. There are those postcards, all tied together with a rope. Let's see what they say, huh? Dear Duncan, not sure if you remember me. My name is Maroon Crayon. You only colored with me once, to draw a scab, but whatever. Anyway, you lost me 2 years ago in the couch. Then your dad sat on me and broke me in half. I never would have survived had Paperclip not nursed me back to health. I'm finally better, so come get me. And can Paperclip come too? He's really holding me together. Sincerely, your marooned crayon, Maroon Crayon. And then over here it says Duncan. Duncan's bedroom, upstairs, this house. So there's the postcard. And over here is Maroon. You see him over here on the couch? Dad's gonna sit on him. And look at how Paperclip is holding him together. Paperclip literally has him paperclipped together. Kind of silly. All right. Dear Duncan, no one likes peas. No one even likes the color pea green. So I'm changing my name and running away to see the world. Sincerely, Esteban, the Magnificent, the crayon formerly known as pea green. This says Duncan's bedroom, upstairs, this house. So, there's the postcard and the picture of peas. And the boy saying, oh, not bees. And then there, he is in his new name, Esteban the Magnificent. He's a superhero, huh? Think he'll make a good superhero? I don't know. Hi, Duncan. It's me, Neon Red Crayon. Remember that great vacation we had with your family? Remember how we laughed when we drew a picture of your dad's sunburn? Remember dropping me by the hotel pool when you left? Clearly you do not, because I'm still here. How could you miss me? Anyway, after 8 months waiting for you to come get me, I guess I'm walking back. Your left behind friend, Neon Red Crayon. And she's also got Duncan, Duncan's room, Duncan's house. So there's her postcard. And there's the picture of her. That must be the picture on the front side of her postcard, huh? And she says, to heck with this. I'm walking home. Oh no, look at what happened to yellow and orange. Duncan, it's us, yellow and orange. We know we used to argue over which of us was the color of the sun, but guess what? Neither of us wants to be the color of the sun anymore. Not since we were left outside and the sun melted us together. You know the real color of the sun? Hot. That's what. We're sorry for arguing. You can make green the sun for all we care. Just bring us home. Your not so sunny friends, yellow and orange. It says Duncan, Duncan's room inside that house there. Look at how they wrote it together. Some of it's yellow, some of it's orange. It's because they're all melted together. And there they are, melted together in a green sun. That is silliness. All right, here we go. Hey, Duncan. I'm sure you don't recognize me after the horrors I've been through. I think I was tan crayon or maybe burnt sienna. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Have you ever been eaten by a dog and puked up on the living room rug? Oh, because I have. I have been eaten by a dog and puked up on the rug. Duncan, it is not pretty. Not pretty at all. I'm more carpet fuzz than crayon now. Can you please bring me back? Your undigestible friend, Tan. Or possibly burnt sienna, crayon. It's coming from Duncan, his bedroom upstairs. That's where they're mailing it to. There's the postcard. And there is Tan or burnt sienna crayon. That's kind of icky gross, isn't it? Poor crayon. That doesn't sound fun for Tan. Alright. Here we go. Dearest Duncan, could you please open the front door? I still need to see the world. Sincerely, Esteban the Magnificent. It's going to Duncan and Duncan's bedroom upstairs, this house. There's the postcard. And there, do you see him? Esteban the Great? He can't reach the door handle, can he? And he probably can't get under the door either. He's kind of stuck. He needs help to get out, doesn't he? Ooh, look at this one. Hey, Duncan. Remember last Halloween, we told your little brother there was a ghost under the basement stairs? Then we drew that scary stuff on the wall? Sure was funny when he ran screaming, right? But it wasn't so funny when you forgot to take me out of the basement. Please come get me. I'm kind of terribly horrified. Your scared friend, glow-in-the-dark crayon. And he wrote it to Duncan, Duncan's bedroom, upstairs, this house. There's the postcard and some of the scary things he drew. Can you see them all? Try and keep my hand out of the way. Look at all those things. Now, if you have this book, you know you can shine a light on this and then go in the dark, and these will all glow in the dark. Pretty cool. You can feel it. It feels like crayons even. It's all raised. It's a pretty fun page. I didn't even know they made glow-in-the-dark crayons. All right, dear Duncan, looks like I'm almost home. Been through China, Canada, and France, I think. Just crossing New Jersey by camel now. New Jersey has giant pyramids, right? See you soon. Neon red crayon. P.S. Next stop, the North Pole, I think. And it's going to Duncan at Duncan's room in Duncan's house. Silly neon red crayon. She's just all over the place, isn't she? Riding on a camel past the pyramids. With her cool sunglasses on. Alright. Duncan, does page 8 of Pirate Island ring a bell? Kind of a big payday for Captain Greenbeard there, don't you think? And no bronze or silver in that pile, huh? I told you it'd make me blunt if you colored each coin individually. But would you listen? No. I also told you those stupid crayon sharpeners never work. Did you listen to that? Also, no. Now I can't color anything at all. Your pointless friend, Gold Crayon. And he wrote his to Duncan in Duncan's room upstairs. And down here it says, this is a pencil, and he says, I had to write it for him. And here's Gold Crayon. He says, this is not fun. Oh, the pencil sharpener is talking, and he says, this is not fun for me either, you know. Do you know pencil sharpeners and crayons and pencils could all talk? Look at all of those little gold coins colored. He did a really good job staying in the lines, didn't he? And the green beard But all those gold coins are colored each individually. That had to have taken a while. Oh, now we're back here. Dear Duncan, I've seen the world. It's rainy. I'm coming back. Esteban the Magnificent. To Duncan, Duncan's bedroom, upstairs, this house. There's your postcard. And there's Duncan. He got the door open. He says, I've seen the world, it's rainy. All he had to do was look out the door to see the world, huh? Alright. Hi, Duncan. You're probably wondering why my head is stuck to your sock. A question I ask myself every day. Well, it's because last week you left me in your pocket and I ended up in the dryer. Oh no. I landed on your sock and now he's stuck to my head. Can you please come get me? Also, why does everything you wear still smell even after it's washed? Your stinky, socky, stucky on head buddy. Turquoise crayon. P.S. Sock says hi. And it's going to Duncan's room upstairs. There's the postcard. And there's the picture. Crayon stuck to the sock. The sock is saying, tell him I said hi. And look at all the others. This sock has some blue on it, and that underwear has blue on it. The crayon got all over the clothes in the dryer. Oh man. Duncan's gonna have some blue stained socks. Dear Duncan, I know I'm not your crayon. I know I belong to your baby brother, but I can't take him anymore. In the last week alone, he's bitten the top off my head, put me in the cat's nose, drawn on the wall, and tried to color garbage with me. The worst part is he is a terrible artist. I can't tell what he's drawing. Drawings are donkeys, monkeys, donkey monkeys. Picasso said every child is an artist, but I don't know. I don't think he met your brother. Please rescue me, your desperate friend, Big Chunky Toddler Crayon. This is addressed to Duncan's room upstairs, this house. There's the postcard. And there's Big Chunky Crayon. What do you think? Monkeys, donkeys, or how did he say it? Donkey monkeys. What's that picture look like? And look, he's got a piece missing out of it from the toddler biting him. I don't think a crayon would taste very good. Let's not try to eat those. Well, here we go with neon again. Duncan, greetings from the Amazon rainforest. Does that look like an Amazon rainforest? That looks like a lot of snow to me. Making great time. I think I'm almost home. Neon red crayon. To Duncan in Duncan's room in Duncan's house. There's the postcard. And there she is. On some skis in a kilt with sunglasses on. Skiing in the rainforest, apparently. Silly, silly crayon. Oh, what do we got here? Hello, Duncan. It's me, Brown Crayon. You know exactly why I ran away, buddy. Everyone thinks I get all the great coloring jobs. Candy bars, puppies, ponies. Lucky me, right? Bet they don't know what else you used me to color, do they? I didn't think so. The rest of that drawing was great, but did you really need to draw that final brown scribble? I'll come back, but please, let's stick to candy bars, okay? Your very embarrassed friend, Brown Crayon. It's to Duncan in Duncan's room, Duncan's house next door. What do you think the brown is? It says, Bear Goes in the Woods by Duncan. There's the postcard. Here's the picture. What do you think that spot is that made the brown crayon so embarrassed, huh? Right there, with the flies flying off of it. I think he drew the bear's poop with the brown crayon. And Brown Crayon is like, oh no. He's very embarrassed. Oh, right. There's all the different postcards. Duncan was sad to learn of all the crayons he'd lost, forgotten, broken or neglected over the years. So he ran around gathering them up. But Duncan's crayons were all so damaged and differently shaped than they used to be that they no longer fit in the crayon box. So Duncan had an idea. Look at all those different postcards. Lots of them. What do you think Duncan's idea is? Can't fit in the crayon box. He's got to come up with something else, right? What could it possibly be? Whoa, look at there. He built a place where each crayon would always feel at home. Okay, so now we're going to go through and read them all. We'll start up here. Purple crayon is saying, make sure it's straight. While red crayon is hammering some nails. Over here we've got green crayon is holding the glow-in-the-dark crayon and writing fort with a big bear. Over here we have who are you wearing? Do we remember beige crayon from the first book? Beige crayon got all of the paper peeled off of him and he was naked, so now he's carrying underwear around. And turquoise crayon was the one that melted to the sock. He says, oh, I think he goes by Ted. And the sock says, I'm Ted. And over here, the gray crayon is saying, looks good, lads. And here's that rainbow crayon from the last book that we saw. Over here, the pencil sharpener is saying, hope there isn't a metal detector, because he's made out of metal. And maroon crayon is saying, oh, no, paperclip is saying, no, I think everyone is welcome. Paperclip in the pencil sharpener. Here's pencil. He says, ah, there you are. I could use a haircut. He would like to use the pencil sharpener. And over here, orange and yellow say, I think that door... Sorry, friends. I have to figure out how to turn my phone off when this happens. Okay. Hope you're still there. Alright, so I think that door is for us. Orange and yellow crayon. And look at that door. It's big enough for both of them. Orange is on one side, yellow is on the other. They have their own special door. And over here is the chunky crayon that drew this picture and says this one is from my blue period. Chunky crayon isn't blue though. The pink crayon says, but it's not really blue. More lilac. And let's see, here's little blue stubby crayon. Here's white crayon saying, let's have a party. And brown crayon says, oh, you flatter me, but it's not real chocolate. Oh, little blue crayon is trying to get up to this that looks like chocolate. And here's beige crayon saying, nope, no turkeys either. And up here is tan crayon that got eaten and swallowed by the dog. There's no dogs down there, are there? Look at all of that. Can I fit it all in there? There we go. Can you see all? Sorry. That is a pretty cool fort. I like how creative it is. Very cool. Oh, and here. And then in Cleveland, I got to hike the Great Wall of China. There is, what is it? Escobar the Magnificent, and red neon crayon going to join. See, here's the fort. They're coming to join the fun. Pretty silly. And that is the end of our crayon story for the day. Pretty fun. That was a pretty silly book. I like silly books. It's fun to laugh, isn't it? Alright, I am going to explain to you what the craft is going to be today, and then I'm going to show you the end result of it. It's not really one that I can show you how to do, because it was too hard to prep ahead of time. But I think it's something that you can definitely do. It's called Melted Crayon Hot Rocks. Okay, so you're going to need... I am so sorry, guys. So melted crayon hot rocks. You're going to need 4 things. You're going to need some smooth rocks. They don't need to be big. Just ones that fit in your hand are just fine, but they need to be smooth. Okay, so smooth rocks. You're going to need some aluminum foil, a baking pan, and crayons. So I'm going to walk you through the directions, but then I'm also going to post the link in the comments that you can follow that I took this from on Pinterest. And they'll have the directions on there, so you don't need to worry about having to write it down. I'll make sure I share the link in the comments for you when we're all done. So you're going to preheat your oven to 350. You're going to put aluminum foil on the baking pan. You're then going to take your rocks. You're going to put them on the pan. You're going to put them in the oven for like 10 to 15 minutes. okay? You're going to carefully take the pan out. Adults are going to take the pan out. They're going to take the rocks off of the pan and put them on a paper plate or something that can get messy, okay? Wax paper would work well too, okay? Okay, you're going to peel the paper off your crayons. We did that while they were in the oven. We took the crayons and we peeled some paper off. You don't got to peel a lot. We took way more off than we needed to. It's not going to use that much. So just peel some of the paper off, and then you're just going to press the crayon to the rock, and the crayon is going to melt onto the rock and make the rock look really pretty, okay? And it's also suggested that you change colors so that it's not just one color. You want to try and make it so that there's a variety of colors. No, I'm going to show them. You can sit in your chair, though. All right, so we did it before we did our live. And then you got to let them fully cool off. And they definitely take a while to cool off. So I'm going to flip you around and show them. So this is what we got. So this is how much we peeled off ours. And obviously we didn't come close to using that much. So you don't need to take a whole lot off. And you can use as many different colors as you want, or you can use the same colors on all your rocks. But here are Emmett's rocks. And here are Riley's rocks. There's 6 of them. And they're really fun. This one is nice and dry. It's just got a fun, smooth crayon layer over the top of it. And then you can do whatever you want with it. If you're going to put them back outside, just put them somewhere where when the wax melts off of it from the sun, that's okay. You can give them to people. You can do whatever you want with them. But all sorts of different fun designs. And we found it was funner if you mixed more than one color. Instead of just having one solid color, mixing them was good. Here Riley's got purple and pink on that one. And some green and orange. Lots of fun colors. Okay? So, I want you to give that a try. Make sure you have an adult helping you with it because they get really hot. Really hot. And be careful even when you're trying to touch your crayons onto the rocks and melting that wax. It will melt fast. Don't worry, you don't got to push hard. You just got to slightly touch it and that wax is going to start melting right away. But you got to be careful not to touch the rocks because they are going to be really hot. Okay? So that is the biggest thing that you need to remember is that the rocks will be hot and you don't want to burn yourself on them. Okay? But if you do this, please send us pictures. I'd love to see what your rocks look like and how you liked this craft. I thought it was pretty fun. Riley and Emmett both seem to really enjoy it. So that's the craft for today. Go ahead and give that a try. You can do as many or as few rocks as you want. We did 6 each, so both of them got to do 6 rocks, and I helped a little bit too because it looked so fun. I wanted to be able to do it too. So it was a lot of fun. So if you have time today or in the next couple days, feel free to do that, and then you can send us pictures and let us see how that looks. I love to see the pictures. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I think it's supposed to be nice out. Get outside. Enjoy being outside as much as you possibly can. Do some book reading and just enjoy all this time with your family. I know it's probably getting hard not being able to come to playgroup and to see us, and we miss you all very much. But we are glad that you are listening to the adults in your life and that you are making the best of it. And I'm sure we will see you soon, okay? You guys have a great day. And I will talk to you later, okay? See ya.